friend Pete in his X5, but where is he? Oh, I can see an X5.
Alex!
Hello. What have you been up to?
How you doing, my man?
Good, man.
Out for a bit of walking?
Yeah, just randomly walking looking for an X5.
I got an X5.
Oh, that's nice.
You want to look around?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Let's do it. Multi-changer here in the boot. There's the DVD player for the sat nav and the Kenwood 6 disc. Just slide across and eject. What currently is mild forms of misery, Alex would say. There we have Bear's Den.
That's boring.
Mumford & Sons.
That's terrible.
Sorry, Alex. In 3, we have, I don't know, some kind of hip-hop album.
It's probably terrible.
Not quite sure which song that is. Oh.
Oh dear.
Now, I'm pretty sure you bought that for me on a motorway journey.
Pete, how old are you?
It's not, I'm pretty sure you did. Oh, this is another one because it was a 3-disc compilation.
I'm denying all knowledge of any of this.
And that is the 3rd of the discs.
If that was bought in part by me for you,
Yeah.
that would have been well over a year ago.
I don't go in it very often.
No. No, you don't.
So we've now gone from rambling to you being in the car for checking out the interior.
That's exactly what we've done. So, tell me, Pete, this is an E53 BMW X5.
Yeah.
And you've had it for a good long while.
Too long.
Too long.
It was only meant to be a temporary car.
Right.
So I picked this car up about 4 years ago. It was to fill a gap. I needed something reliable, something I could do on long motorway miles. I had a 25th anniversary Golf, which was thirsty.
Nice car.
It's about 16 to the gallon.
Yeah.
And I didn't really fancy it on the motorway. So
No. That's not a good.
it's not the best of choices.
It's not a motorway cruiser, that is it?
So this one came up. It was at the time just silly pricing, and I had a buyer for the Golf.
Right.
So
handy.
I gave $5,000 on this, which was a steal.
Right. That was 2006.
That were no, it feels like I've had it that long. So that would have been about 4 years ago. It's a 56 plate, which is probably where you're getting the yeah. Okay. Or 55, I think it's
a 55 plate.
Yeah, I'm making things up.
Do you remember that time you bought a car and you knew
all the details,
the age of it and stuff?
No.
I mean, if I ask you what your mileage is, it's just
there's a handy reminder.
Yeah.
So
current mileage, Pete, is 131,787 miles, which
is tanking some,
and is less than my daily Golf, which is nearly 8 years younger than this car.
So I had it at 60,000. So
wow,
I've put on quite a few miles.
You've slammed on the miles there.
And the thing with still having it at this age is partly my age.
Yeah.
Not caring so much about what I drive.
No.
And how much fun it gives me. I take it anywhere. I don't really have that much regard for the car anymore.
I mean,
that creeps in.
yeah,
You get a trolley,
yeah.
you get a trolley dent, and you're like, that's your sigh.
Yeah, you've nicked the Palmer side,
Yeah.
but
Someone's trolley dented my car.
I mean, I've got to say, you know, obviously it does look, you know, like you really love this car.
There was a time
and
where
you take a lot of care of it. I mean, you know, I like.
Did you find the mince pie packet?
Yeah, I did. You know, hiding that from your other half,
That's been there since Christmas.
gorging on mince
Yeah.
pies.
I keep meaning to clear the car out.
Or mince. That sort of mince lasts for a long time, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know.
Does it last for a year though?
Yeah. Can you cut that out of the?
No. I'm not going to be doing that now. So, Pete, ownership of a BMW E53 X5. What would be your top 3 positive aspects of ownership?
Okay. Number 1
Yeah.
has to be getting a really high spec car
Yep.
at a really low price. Is that fair?
That's an understandable
Okay.
positive for sure.
2. So you get pretty good fuel economy
Yeah.
at relative luxury. So it's a really comfortable car.
Uh-huh.
3, crazy fun.
Crazy fun.
Off-roading wise,
Yeah.
you can literally take it anywhere. Hill descent's brilliant. I've got the XL off-road tyres on it, which means you really can get out of some sticky spots. Never get snowed in.
No.
I'm going into like 4s and 5s now, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that gives a good impression of what the positives are. For instance, you know, the idea of driving it is good fun. You've got a big wagon.
Yeah.
It's got good fuel consumption for the size, and it being a real, and listen to this, guys, a real 4x4, not a Kia Sportage, a real 4x4.
Yes.
It's got hill assist. It's got all of those things that you'd expect from a 4x4.
Yeah, you could probably nerd out loads more on it because there's like the suspension does stuff adjusting.
I mean,
your
yours.
speed and
I noticed on the drive up here that yours says that it's deactivated, doesn't it?
I've got a light on the dash right now, which is £150 to get sorted, and that's just a sensor.
And it's not an MOT fail though.
It's not an MOT fail. So it went through the MOT. I was thinking, oh damn it, I'm gonna have to pay 150 quid. There's a rear sensor, which the sensor, all it literally does is adjusts to go to a higher height on journeys for comfort.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're doing anything where like over 50 miles an hour, I think it drops it down. When the sensor's at fault, it just stays lower all the time, which kind of looks cool. So
yeah. I mean, you know, there's the whole low culture, isn't there? So
yeah, and I'm rocking it. I'm rocking it.
You are in a X5. So that sort of moves us on to the top 3 negatives of ownership of an X5. So essentially you've already answered the first one of that, which would be the fact that replacement parts are extortionate for the age of the car.
Yeah,
it's a 15-year-old car and 150 quid for a sensor still. I mean, arguably these are reliable, so you don't find as many cars being broken as you'd find with maybe like my R53 Mini.
On this it is hard to source stuff, so you end up paying over the odds, and patent parts, I don't really know if they're a thing to mess with.
No.
So I'd say when I've done things like servicing on it, it has been dear because I've just done it.
Yeah.
But when I say dear, whole service has been under £1,000, so it's not ridiculous.
No, but that's still, I mean, it's pricey.
Pushing it maybe.
So that's definitely a negative. Is essentially the price of consistent maintenance to make sure it's reliable, which it has been in the time I've known you, and I do know this man.
Yes. The other big negative I'd say is because it's a cheap car, I have just used it as a workhorse. So whereas I've had really nice cars in the past and I've paid more, I've looked after them a lot more. I'm going to shut that because I'm blocking the light out, and it works, which is great. But yeah, I treat this as more of a workhorse.
I mean, it's definitely quiet, isn't it? I mean,
is that too loud?
That's not. I mean, I've heard quieter sunroofs closing.
And a bug just dropped into
a dead
fly. So there's that.
A dead fly has landed in your center console there.
Yeah. So being that I treat it like a workhorse, it kind of means like even now the car is full because I've been moving gear around.
Yeah.
Which isn't ideal for filming, but that's fine.
No, exactly.
Third negative. Oh, the BMW badge came off the front of the car. The lacquer just peeled. The badge fell away. I bought a new one. It was like £25, which isn't much, but I can't be bothered to put it on.
No, I mean, personally, I would put it on.
I need to put it on.
Yeah,
I will at some point. I will do it.
But then maybe it adds to the character of the car.
Yeah, so there's that as well.
So we've got positives, we've got negatives.
Yeah.
Let's focus on one more area.
Okay.
One more area. Driving experience in general. You know, I'd say with my R53 Mini Cooper S, smiles for miles.
Yeah.
If you could suggest a phrase that would fit the X5
Yeah.
as a driving experience.
Okay, so your smiles for miles is valid, but in a very different way. For me, your supercharge, I put to my Renault 5 Turbo.
Right.
It's pin you in your seat, and it's excitement in a very different sense. To this isn't going to give you that. Even with the kick down in sport, you don't get that kind of acceleration that you're getting in your car. But when it's snowy, when it's wet, you're missing out on the fun. Whereas I'm out drifting or I'm out off-roading.
Drifting an X5 in the snow
is a real thing. It is fun, but in a very different way to the fun that you get out of the Mini.
Cool. So essentially, it's a go anywhere funmobile.
Yeah, yeah. And for that reason, I would consider having one. Maybe not this one, because I've had too much fun in it.
This has been another episode of SULKNATIONtv.
Are we going to end it?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Ending it.
Yeah. So subscribe, turn on notifications, like if you want to, comment if you want to. What do you think of Pete's X5? Do you think it's tidy? Do you think that maybe he needs to replace it?
It'll keep going.
It probably will keep going.
Yeah. I mean, is this the end bit now?
Yeah, this is the end bit.
I've been me.
No, that's my line.
You've been.
I've been me.
You've been you.
You've been you, and well done for that.
Back to your rambling.
I mean, let's get some exterior shots. Where are you going? Pete, where are you going? No, you've just left me. Is he coming back? Oh, cool. Bless him. Where are you going? No, I need...